Watched the Christian Guzman collabs. He's done like two or three of them with Zach Perna, Jesse James West, and then some other guy. I forget his name, unfortunately. Anthony Mantanello. That's who it is. And him and Anthony were playing RuneScape like at the end of one of the episodes.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Those Sons of Guns.
I was like,
Nerds
hell
at
yeah.
heart. Just like nerd bodybuilder nerds, dude.
Yeah.
That's usually how it is.
Dude, it's funny too because a lot of the people that I've kind of known or befriended from RuneScape, not a lot of them are the stereotypical nerd. Like a lot of them are like
Yeah.
giga RuneScape players, and it's kind of crazy.
It's
Some of
strange
them,
how that works.
not all, but
It's crazy how video games affect people so like across the board, you know.
yeah. There's
'Cause
some,
I can easily get lost in video games. Like I'm not the kind of person that would be expected, but if I had an Xbox or whatever the hell the newest thing is, like I could play video games for hours and hours and hours and be a little gamer. But I just don't have it because I know that that's what I would do.
it's definitely like the dopamine or redirection rather of your dopamine, because I think men kind of have a little bit more dopamine. This is just a theory, obviously, but men, the fact that they are driven to do things usually more than females, I think that's what gets short circuited. That's why most men are highly into video games and get more video game addiction and are willing to basically throw away their life for video games because it's so misdirected. But yeah, like you're looking at people like Christian Guzman, even Anthony Mantanello, all these people that are super driven towards something in life, they've
What's his name?
redirected
Tattoo Beast
that.
guy. He's a big video game guy too.
It's interesting because you can't let it take over your life. And what I've noticed this year, like when I've stopped playing video games, like almost at all, it like correlated around the same time where I needed and noticed a difference by taking L-Dopa, like the mucuna pruriens. So it's like I didn't have much dopamine to do that, like just anything else. And now I think that's also related to the thyroid energy levels. But yeah, it's like when you redirect and actually work on things that are substantial in your life, then it's just literally directing it away from video games. I like Casey Zander's recommendation when it comes to video games and even things like TV. It's like you spend this much money to have your TV mounted to the wall, whatever. You spend this much money on a video game system and video games, and the action of enjoying those things that you just purchased is already even more of an expense because it's taking away your time you could be directing towards other things. And it's like, yeah, it's basically a net loss for a lot of ways. Unfortunately,
It's not even tax write-off.
yeah, it's just balance, but being driven towards things you actually care about and having things in life you care about. That's the thing that is hard for a lot of the young men out there.
It is hard. Well, it's just a different life now. We're in a different surrounding. You know, you're raised with all these conveniences, so there doesn't seem like much of a need to have to create and give because you're put in such a system where you can just fall into these roles and you don't have to worry about expressing yourself because
Exactly.
that's what is happening. You're losing your self-expression and you're just going into easy fixes, easy reroutes of those chemical paths, those neurological factors of your hormone levels so that your body is going to get what it thinks it needs without actually doing the work and getting what it really needs.
Yep.